Hello everyone, welcome to Wiggle Wednesday. Today we're going to be doing fruit exploration. We're going to use our hands for this as well as our mouths. So I have gathered some fruit together, which I'll quickly just show you. So for this, it doesn't matter whether you have fruit similar to mine or you just grab whatever you've got around you really. You might want to mix and match with fruit and vegetables as well. The main thing is just that we are having new exploration of different things, different experiences, different textures, so it doesn't matter if it's like mine or not. So I have got a pineapple, a coconut, lemon, oranges or satsumas, banana, apple, kiwi, passion fruit and strawberries. So some things children might be familiar with, some maybe not so much. So the way you're going to do this activity is that you would gather your fruit together in one place like this and really sit with your child, allow them to take the lead on it. What would they like to look at and what are they drawn to? What do they want to feel or smell? And we would be there to just talk to them about what they're doing. So for example, if a child picks up a pineapple and starts feeling it, we might say, oh, that pineapple is very spiky, it's really heavy, isn't it? And that's really our role as parents or carers, just to be there to support the decisions they're making, but it's really the child exploring and taking the lead on it. There's also no reason why, if you've got a child who isn't yet sitting or able to choose things for themselves, why they can't join in. It just might be that you need to support them a bit more with it. So if you've got a child that is lying down or on their tummy, you might choose something out for them. So I've chosen the coconut, and just lay their hand on them, or lay their hand on the coconut, or put it close to them so they can just reach out and grasp it, and they'll still be getting to have that different texture and sensory exploration, even though they're still quite small. So it's an activity which lots of children can join in with, and that is the exploring with our hands. So we'll move on to exploring with our mouths. So for the second part of the activity with fruit exploration with our mouths, you might decide to do this part, you might not, depending on how old your child is, but that's okay if you don't want to do this bit, just do the hands. But for those that do, you're going to want to use the same fruit that we used in the first part because the children are already familiar with it. And when we're preparing it, you only really want to take small portions of it because it's not about the eating of it, it's about the tasting as part of the exploration. And we really want the children to be able to see where the fruits come from. So even though I'm going to cut a bit of this pineapple up, I'm going to have the pineapple set out as well as all the other fruit, so that they can understand what they explored before with their hands is actually the same thing as they're tasting now. It's just an extension of what they did before. And with this, when you're preparing the fruit as well, you might choose to get your child involved in that as well. So the softer fruits like the strawberry or the banana, if you've got a child that's a bit older and their fine motor skills are a bit more developed, you could sit with them and supervise whilst they chop these up with a butter knife, just to feel more part of the activity. And it really teaches good things like self-care skills. You can talk about hand washing, healthy diets and things like that. It's all really good fun. And with this, it's exactly the same as the exploration with the hands in terms of letting your child take the lead. Whatever they'd like to pick out, they might only taste one thing, they might taste everything on there. It really doesn't matter. It's just about having new experiences and us being there to support them and to describe what they're tasting. So they might like everything on here, they might not like everything on here. So I put a lemon on my plate, but most children don't generally like to suck on lemons, but that's okay if you try something and you don't like it, because actually it's a really important skill to develop likes and dislikes, and for children to be able to communicate that. So it's all just part of their development and growing and understanding and just giving them new things to try around. Well, I hope you've had lots of fun exploring fruit today with our hands and our mouths, and we will see you next week for Wiggle Wednesday. Bye!